Hello, everyone. This is Svea Becker speaking from the SAP Community team, and I'm giving you a warm welcome to today's SAP Community call on the topic material traceability for farm to consumer. And I'm not alone, of course. I have two nice speakers here with me, and I would like to introduce them. So we have Tanja Reit, from SAP. Tanja Reit is a solution manager for the agribusiness vertical in the SAP Industries organization, and she has over 20 years of experience in go-to-market and solution management roles for enterprise software, and she's engaging closely with customers and partners across different industries, such as agribusiness and consumer products. The other speaker for today is Erik. Welcome, Erik. Erik Somitsch is the Senior Director in the SAP Industries organization for consumer products and agribusiness as well. He has more than 15 years of experience in solution management for industry-specific enterprise software, engaging also closely with customers across many different industries, such as agribusiness, consumer products, high tech, mining, and metals. So welcome to you both. I'm happy to have you here on the call, and I hand over to you to start your presentation.
Yeah, thank you so much, Svea. And actually, it's the pleasure is on our side to be here with you today again. I already had the opportunity to present to the SAP community a couple of weeks back when I presented a solution that is pretty untypical for SAP, which was a solution, or which is a solution, that caters the need to connect smallholder farmers with agricultural global value chains. And as you can see from that example, sustainability is a very high priority topic for us in the agribusiness industry. And not only agribusiness, it's more or less the whole value chain, including agribusiness, agricultural production, but then also going into food production in consumer products and retail. So it's really the whole value chain. And we thought it would be a good idea to also provide the SAP community with an update on a solution that we just launched in October this year. And it's, as I said, a brand new solution. It's a material traceability for farm to consumer. And that is why I brought today with me my colleague, Erik, since he's the solution owner for the solution, and he will guide us through the overview and give you a glimpse on what the solution is all about. So Erik, it's all yours.
Thank you, Tanja. Thank you, Svea. Great to be here. So yeah, my name is Erik Somitsch. I'm solution manager for consumer products here at SAP globally. And more specifically, I'm the solution owner for SAP Logistics Business Network Material Traceability for Farm to Consumer, about which I would like to provide an overview today. Yeah, instead of beginning this presentation by talking about features and functions of our solution, I would like to introduce you to Michael. Michael is a product manager working for Top Foods, a well-established food brand. He's working, or he's looking after Top Foods' chocolate category and is responsible for defining new products, bringing them to market for customer and consumer experience and for sales success. And apart from some operational topics, there are a number of larger trends which are top of mind for Michael these days. And these trends will have significant impact on the food supply chain, but also represent major opportunities. For instance, research has shown that in recent years, a large percentage of growth came from sustainable products. But let's start on the demand and supply side. Due to, as we all know, massively growing global population, the food industry expects a steep rise in demand for its products over the next 3 decades. However, at the same time, resources for food production like land, water, and even fertilizers are getting more and more scarce. And therefore, sustainability in production is becoming a concern to consumers, producers, and regulators alike. And considering these circumstances, a network of reliable suppliers will be key to meet increasing quantitative and qualitative demands in the future. And that's also the case for top foods. Secondly, in times when producing quantity is a key focus globally, the quality and more importantly, the safety of food is becoming a great concern to consumers, governments, and of course, brand manufacturers. And as a result, there's growing consumer demand for transparency about the ingredients of food they buy, but also how and when it was produced. Consumers essentially want to live healthy, and therefore they want their food to be safe, of high quality, and organic, if possible. At the same time, consumers become more and more aware about social and environmental impact of food production, and what their food they want their food to be produced fairly and in a sustainable way. So essentially, they want to buy high quality, sustainable food from brands they can trust. And that represents a significant opportunity for all companies in the food supply chain who can prove how, where, and under which circumstances their foods and their products were made. And then finally, let's talk about efficiencies. Here, food waste has been a major contributor to unnecessary waste of input resources and finished products. Hence, to increase efficiencies, but also overall sustainability in the end-to-end supply chain, the industry needs systems which will help them to avoid unnecessary waste of raw materials and processed food. And to achieve that, cross-company traceability is a key component. Now, what does this mean for Michael and Top Foods? Well, basically, this represents a number of opportunities to differentiate Top Foods products from their competition, and at the same time, the challenge to do so before others will outpace Michael's company. So the main challenge is that currently Top Foods doesn't have visibility into the supply chain beyond one step up or down, and that leads to a number of subsequent problems. First of all, Michael cannot provide consumers and customers with the desired level of transparency on the provenance of the products. Ideally, he would like to prove the origin of every single ingredient used at every step of the production throughout the entire supply chain. And secondly, Michael cannot prove the sustainability of Top Foods products because he cannot prove that the different raw materials and ingredients were grown or produced in a sustainable, ethical way. And we already talked about the growing importance of sustainability for consumers and hence to business customers. But this is also becoming more and more important to fulfill legal regulations. And finally, in case of a recall happening somewhere upstream in the supply chain, Michael would ideally need real-time information about exactly which batches of food were affected. Today, it often takes days, sometimes weeks before they find out and then know which results in unnecessary waste of food produced, unnecessary negative impact on brand reputation, or even unnecessarily putting consumers' health at risk. So what is the solution to all this? Well, luckily, Top Foods is now using SAP's new end-to-end supply chain material traceability solution, which is part of SAP Logistics Business Network. The solution was built to enable companies to connect with an entire upstream and downstream supply chain by sharing product provenance information in a trusted, shared blockchain data ledger. This provides transparency and visibility in an industry where trust is a key asset. Using SAP's material traceability service, Top Foods has initiated their own permissioned blockchain network by inviting their suppliers and customers to join the network. Top Foods suppliers and customers can invite their own supply chain partners to complete the common shared network, upstream and downstream. The solution allows all network participants to share batch-level provenance information in near real time, right from their S/4HANA or SAP ERP systems, or from any other backend system. Now, all network participants have end-to-end supply chain multi-ingredient food traceability on batch level. This allows Top Foods and all other network participants to trace provenance of a material from the origin of its raw material through all steps of intermediary processing until the production and delivery of the finished product. This provides transparency in a trusted environment between supply chain partners and, where applicable, all the way to the consumer. And even better, SAP Solutions also has alerting capabilities to inform all supply chain partners of any issues with food ingredients or finished products. This helps to protect brand reputation, increases food safety by streamlining recalls, and helps to reduce food waste. And what is the result? Well, since Top Foods is using SAP's material traceability solution, Michael believes that they are in a good position to differentiate their products from competition. Because of the additional transparency and the higher food safety, Top Foods is now providing their retail customers are being more loyal, and Top Foods are even able to sign up new customers. Michael is also more confident about the promises he makes about the quality and sustainability of the food products he is responsible for. So consumers can now easily check that the claims are true and therefore trust Top Foods more than any other food producer, meaning any other of Top Foods' competitors. This concludes the overview of SAP Logistics Business Network Material Traceability for Farm to Consumer for today. Thank you.
So, thanks very much for the presentation. I would like to ask the audience if there are any questions. So, yeah, it seems that there are no questions. Then I can only say thank you very much for being part of the SAP Community Call. And I will, of course, provide the presentation and the recording of today's call here in the chat. I have posted the link to it. And thanks everyone for joining today, and looking forward to meeting you in one of the next meetings. Thank you. Thank you, Tanja.
Svea.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.